Now, next, we have a stand-up comic who, the day he was born, immediately went into a postpartum depression.
Yes, it hasn't lifted. But he's got 2 new films coming out next year, and we got him to stop by in the middle of his Magical Misery Tour. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sultan of Shiva, the Pontiff of Pain, the Ayatollah of Anxiety, our good friend, Richard Lewis.
Thank you very much. I am very proud to be here. Can you hear me up there? It's very important. Yeah? All right. Don't get crazy. I can't even hear my own dysfunction standing here, so it's very important that you listen to me. Oh, God. I haven't been doing this for a couple of years. I'm a little bit of a hypochondriac, and went to the doctor, and I had vaginitis, so I had to take a couple of years off. I want to thank one of my fans, whoever it was, for that bouquet of Xanax up in the dressing room. It's helped me a lot. And, thank you. My therapist. Been on the road for the first time in a few years, and everyone knows, I guess, Billy, I love these guys. These 3 people are just like humanitarians as far as, they're unbelievable, these three people. I really love them. And, that joke, by the way, I wrote, it took me 12 years, I wrote that in France. Did it go over? No. It's okay to praise in the middle of a set, I think, If you have enough balls to not do jokes, but praise, I think, I deserve absolutely nothing for it, quite frankly. I am crazy. I just dawned on me. I actually went around, and looked for my family crest, and I found it. It's, it is. It's exactly this. It's 2 mental patients wrestling a pharmacist. So I know But this is the proudest moment for me. This is the most important show ever since Comic Relief started. Thank God for HBO and thank God for this. And I just hope that Michael Fuchs can maybe, he's helped me out. I found this channel on my dish. Last year I found the Recovery Channel, which was really a very excellent thing for me. One thing I haven't recovered from, I talked about it my whole life. I'm not married. I've been looking. I should have believed Nostradamus, man. I read that book in college. The cat knew what he was talking about. I said, beware of Hitler, Mussolini, and Becky. Why didn't I listen to that guy? My ex, she's watching. I don't care, man. I don't care. I'm no gift. But you gotta be someone, you gotta have someone who loves you, who needs you. This woman thought, like, during foreplay, I had a hidden agenda. I mean, what is that all about? Who were screwing. She said I was blocking her view, Not that I'm such a great lover, really, but she didn't move. I mean, something's wrong when no one's, she's not moving. It's like, that's a bad sign. I mean, if she was on top, I could have built a house of cards, really, Should have had her arrested for loitering. Would have been a real trip. And at the low point, it was a 3-month deal, the low point for me sexually, sex really went south. When I literally one night had to fake my own erection, which was really a nightmare. And she was even faking dinners, which is really humiliating, And if I was lucky enough to even get an erection, fortunately for me, my hard-on points to the nearest counseling center in the area, which is good. Maybe she was too young. I'm in my late 40s now. It's too embarrassing. And I met her and I walked into a bookstore, I said, where's J.D. Salinger? And she said, he doesn't work here. It should have been a clue, man, We're in Tribeca, she takes me to a deli that served pierced tongue sandwiches. I mean, what is that all about? I guess you gotta be with someone who's a companion, what do you say? You want to go to Italian tonight or that McDonald's with the swings? Where is that at, And I think she just wanted to get married. That's the deal. And look, I don't know what I want yet. It was a big discovery for me, but I felt it, man. I just knew that she wanted to get married. I mean, her orgasm was a clear giveaway. I mean, she would really, literally shriek out, are there any good schools in the neighborhood? I mean, So pissed off at this woman. I was so paranoid that it would never end. One of those things like, I literally, even when we broke up, I hired a fat lady to come over to my house and sing, just to make doubly sure. I'm not blaming PMS on all of it, but she had like an incense around the entire year. It was like, What is the, listen, there's got to be enough, I went to the thing years ago about having a charity for PMS, and it's a horrible thing for women. But there's a reverse PMS deal going on for guys. A quick scenario. You're calling your lady from work. I love you. I love you. That's supposed to be a woman talking to me. That was the same voice. That was like absurd. Anyway, so you're on the phone, right? And your lady says, look, remember we always talked about, you open the door, you come home from work, okay? I'm going to rip the clothes off. We're going to make it. No talking. No food, nothing. I'm going to get you right there, right in the hallway, right in the front, man. It's going to be fantastic. Okay, I'll be right home. Boom. You leave your job. What happens? What demon seed does poor women have within moments? Why does this happen? I stop off at a florist. I get flowers. I knock on the door. She's there, complete kabuki makeup, and, red rum, throwing hatchets at me. And so, how does it happen? Why does it happen? And it's not always, it's not, look, it's men too. For me, I'm not laying on any other guys, but I'm trying to take responsibility, for my adolescence, but it's almost impossible. But, I have a fear of intimacy. I'm afraid of being left or committing to someone. But, there's been times when I felt I was with the right woman, and the woman would say, I love you, which is cool. And I would say, fine, I think we can work around it. I don't know. I feel like there's too much pressure in bed too. Performance-wise, I'm sorry. Premature ejaculation, it happens to everybody. I have when it happens to me, I say, hey, it was just my way of saying that I'm happy to see you, quite frankly, I'm just lucky to get an erection right now at my age. I'd be happy if a flag came out with a sign that said, hey, thanks for the opportunity. Really. So, then you gotta just, masturbation is very good. The hell, it's safe, and everything. But, what am I gonna do? I have an accountant. I can't call those numbers and get a phone call from my accountant. Where's just $18,000? 1-900-sucklick. It's humiliating. You can't do that. And plus, I'm very, low self-esteem. I feel I'm the wrong type for myself in bed anyway. And, when I masturbate, I usually fantasize that I'm making it with Mrs. John Q. Public, which is a nightmare, And the thing is, I do blame my parents for not talking about the human anatomy early on. If I ever had a family, I would do this. For example, a vagina, important aspect to a woman, right? And I think it's involved in sex. It's been a while for me, but my father couldn't even tell me what it was. I said, Dad, what's a vagina? What a simple question, man. And he said, it's an aerial view of geese. I went, what? An aerial view of geese? What is that all about? And I'm walking around. I was a virgin. I want, and I said, Jesus, aerial view of geese. And I said, what's a clitoris? Everyone's talking about it. And he said to me, a clitoris, he said, it's a mouthwash. I went, really? A mouthwash? So, I'm looking for literally 3 women who happen to be, by chance, walking in formation, gargling, I am going to get off. There's a lot of people. You are great to be here. Please give money. This is the most important charity around. I love you. Good night.